Right, rolling on to likeness. As you can see, got him with the helmet opened and the sort of just take off flight, probably just before his mask closes. He's got the hands pushed behind, so he's blasting off, same with the feet. He's just flying up. Like I said earlier, when I do the likeness, I'm only going to cover, or I'm only going to score the face that you get with the figure. So this is the one. It is the magnetic faceplate. You can put either the clean one on or the battle damage, but it's when you open it and you look inside, is it Tony Stark through and through? Well, it's good. It's pretty much the front section of the Mark IV's head sculpt. Now, I've not got the Mark IV head with me, but I've got this sort of bootleg one. Now, I personally, at the moment, I haven't seen the new... I've never seen the Mech Test Tony Stark, and I've never seen the newest workshop version of Tony Stark, so I don't know what them head sculpts are like. I slightly prefer this one over the Mark IV head sculpt, simply because I prefer the hairstyle on this one. It's more recent looking, and also he's not just got the goatee, he's got the beard, so this is a more recent Tony Stark. Now, the head sculpt inside there is pretty much just the front part of that face, but what kills the likeness a little bit on this is the fact that you don't see his hair, and I know you wouldn't in the helmet, but I don't know, it's not 100%. You know it is, but it don't blow your mind. Like, if you look at the head sculpt inside the... Fucking, I've lost track of fucking Iron Man at a minute. I think it's the Mark 42 head sculpt with the open mask, I'm not sure. And the Tony Stark head in that is like a fucking dead ringer from the pictures, and you think, fuck, that's awesome. This one is not as good as that. It's very similar looking to the old Mark III battle damage, which I used to have. The downside to this is it's a battle damage figure, or that was a selling point, and they haven't really battle damaged his face enough. They're giving him a slight bruise on his left cheek and like a little bit of a red mark sort of on his right cheek. I don't know, I think they could have given him cuts or made the bruising more pronounced, like he's just coming out of battle. They should have kept the Mark IV as a clean version. This is the battle damage. I mean, like I say, it's good, but it's not amazing. And like I say, I do think, I'm glad I picked this head sculpt up, because it means if I ever decided to sell my Mark IV, I could sell that sort of factory fresh and keep this head sculpt for this one. But then again, if I sold this one, I wouldn't sell this head with it, because I actually prefer this head as well to the Mark VII head sculpt, which I've now got. So that is the case. To give it a score, I'm going to give it only a 3 out of 5, which is a little bit tight, because like I say, it's really the helmet that takes away from the sculpt, I think. But like I say, it's good, but it's not amazing. It definitely don't fucking wow you. Like I said, I do kind of like the pose. I will say as well, the more I've handled this figure and I'm sort of wiping away the top coat that I put onto this girdle, the camera's picking it up and it seems to be getting lighter by the minute, it's fading down. So where I said you can thin it down and then top coat it, I might need to top coat it again, or I might have to go the old log and sort of respray it, because it's okay when the top coat's looking wet, but the more I've handled it, it sort of feels like it's fading back down. But I don't know what to do here. It's not massive, and obviously if you're going to put the light on it, you are going to notice it, but like I said, when it were wet, it did look a lot closer to the colour of the rest of it. But anyway, so like I said, that's the likeness I've given a 3 out of 5. I will also say as well, while I'm covering this head and before I cut away, just to show you, the mask does sort of drop down. It's held in place with magnets. You just drop the faceplate in, and then you push the jaw up, and you've got the head on. And like I said, you can put the... Oops, I'm just going to sort of get it in tight. You have got to... you can use the battle damage head or the clean head. So yeah, that's how it looks. Helmet on. Rolling on to outfit, and as you guys know, it's not a cloth outfit as such, but I'm going to take everything from the helmet down to his boots as the outfit. We know this is going to pretty much cover the articulation as well, but I will score articulation separately. But I will show you the outfit from a point of view as what can you do with the outfit, as in what pieces can you swap out, what does it look like in general, are the proportions good, is the hidden little gems for you to love and enjoy sort of thing. And I'm going to do that with the aid of the turntable. I'm not going to put it in a pose, it's pretty much straight up, and the reason for that is I'm going to show you around it while it turns, and then I'm going to fade to completely battle damage, then I'm going to fade to everything open that possibly opens and pops out, and then I'm going to fade to lit up in total darkness. So that is what I intend to do here. So this could be a long segment, but stick with it and I hope it works as well as it's working in my mind. So I'll start off by putting the power on, which is the right. So starting at the top, the neck, as you see, has got the switch on the back which lights the bulb inside, so you can put the light up head and the neck will sort of shine through the eyes and through whichever faceplate you choose to do. The paintwork on the head is really good. I will say on this one, and I've not noticed on an Iron Man figure before, the faceplate is a really odd fit to the helmet. They normally fit snug as fuck, but this one, it's sort of, I don't know, either the cracks, the divide are too noticeable, like they're down the side of his mouth. They're a little bit too noticeable. I've not noticed that before, and I have seen a few Iron Man figures. Obviously, I saw the Battle Damage Mark III, the Mark IV, the Armor Unleashed Mark II. I've now seen this and the Mark VII, so I'm not a Iron Man newbie. So yeah, the faceplates do fit quite weird. So I'll just mention that. Moving down, we see he's got the clean chest armor with a triangular arc reactor, which is I actually prefer the circle arc reactor, but I don't know, it's something a little bit different, and obviously it represents sort of the end of Iron Man 2 and most of the Avengers films. So most people wanting to get a battle damage version of Iron Man for the Avengers setup, I think they are going for this one because you only see the Mark VII really at the end of the film. I will say these shoulder flaps do move up and forward, so you can pop the rocket capsules out there. All this down the back obviously opens, and I will show that shortly. You can see where the battery's got back of the arm, the switch is on the inside of the arm, and yeah, it all works well, it all moves well. You can change this shoulder pad to a battle damage one. You can change this complete arm to a battle damage one, which I will show obviously. And then the silver highlight section on the bicep pops off, and obviously that changes the battle damage, and I will show that shortly. Moving down, you have the soft rubber pant section, which, like I've said before, is faded on this one. I did do a mod on it to bring it up to colour, and had I not touched it, it would have still looked better than it does now. Like I said, the more I handle it, I'm sort of taking the top coat off, and it's going back down to the sort of the duller undercoat cover. You can have that resprayed back up. There's people that can do it, and I could probably do it myself, but whether I'm going to or not, I don't really know. I will say as well on this figure, and it's same as on the Mark IV and I think the Mark VII, the middle section sort of from here will lift up to extend the body and then help the articulation, and then the ab section will crunch and sort of arch its back sort of thing. So that's a really good thing on the later Iron Man figures. As you can see, the sort of movement down here, they do all crunch over each other, so that's good. It does have the flares that pop out. I will show you that shortly. I fucking hate them personally. I hate them on this and I hate them on the Mark IV. They pop out when you don't want them to, and they're just a pain in the arse. They're sharp little things. They look alright, but I don't know. They just don't do it for me. I don't know. I don't fucking like them, and I never have done. The legs coming round, they're more gold than the Mark IV's version. The front section there and there do swap off to battle damage. I'll show that soon. I did mention these are the articulated hands as well, and you do get 3 other pairs. I will show them when I get to the extras. Moving down, got like gold knee with a silver highlight sort of thing. Then moving down to the hot rod red boots. Obviously the calves open up, and the has got the braking section, shows you the sort of the hydraulics inside. So yeah, really nice looking thing. We'll let him turn, get some distance so you can see him, and then what I'll do is I'll put a fade, and then we'll go from that to totally battle damage. So now we've gone from clean to totally battle damaged, and let's move down the figure again. As I said, I'm not going to pose him because it'll just make it hard for me to get around the figure. Basically, you don't change the helmet, or you no need to change the helmet, you just change the faceplate, which looks really good. Like I said though, you see the sort of big gap, the faceplate don't seem to fit the helmet as well. Or I think what it is, because you got two helmets, one faceplate seems to fit one and the other one fits other one better, and it pisses me off because if you're going to be able to put both faceplates on both helmets, then they should fit both perfectly, and I don't know why it don't, to be honest. So, but like I said, a bit of a pisser. But the damaged faceplate does look really nice. Moving down, as you can see, the shoulder pad's been changed as it's just turned around, so that's battle damaged. This arm is now completely battle damaged, sort of the marks there, and then the rip mark down there, down the chest here, the bullet marks here, looking really good. And there's no battle damage on the back. There's nothing really to change, which is good because it's a little bit flimsy, but yeah. So you've got the chest, and then you've got the silver section here, which is battle damaged as well. That just pops out nice. I think it's magnetic. In fact, all the parts change out really nice. The only one that's a little bit tricky is the shoulder pad over his right arm. So this, because it's like a two-piece thing, it like pushes in. It's a little bit fiddly. Not fiddly, but you think, oh, this is fragile, I'm gonna fuck something up here, but I haven't, so touch wood. As it comes round, you see the battle damage sections on the front parts of the legs, and that is it on the legs, no other bits. And like I said, because they are quite big sections, it's probably just about enough. It's not fucked like the arms are, but it's just marked enough to give him the battle damage look. So yeah, really nice, looking clean, or looking damaged. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get his full arsenal out. Show you what that looks like. So just let him turn like that, and we'll fade. We'll get his back flaps out, get his helmet open, show you the weapons that you can pop onto his arms. Yeah, open the calves up and everything, and we'll have another look at him. And now we've gone from battle damaged to everything open. So we'll move back in. Let's have a look. So first, you see, got the helmet open. Like I said before, the faceplate slides up and holds with a magnet. The jaw section drops down so you can see more of his face, which I've done. The top of the shoulders sort of pull forward and down so you can get the rocket pods out on his shoulders. You can see they're coming round. Really nice mechanism to them as well. They do slide like slightly up and then roll forward down his chest, and then the pod section come in. It is articulated, so yeah, you can move the pods around to aim straight up or whatever, forward or back. You see the back, got the brake flaps all open, door all open up and tuck away nicely. They do feel nice and stiff on this one as well. On the Mark IV, it always seemed to, I don't know, wobble about kind of thing, but this one, it fits nice, and all the components have been put in really nice. Obviously you can see the sections on his back that are now uncovered, sort of the pistons and the internal workings of the suit sort of thing. Come around again, you can see the wire sections, and then inside you see all the vents and the mechanics inside. So yeah, moving down, you can see I have extended his abdomen section. It opens sort of telescopically, I suppose. It pops up and it does help his sort of rock from side to side articulation, his twist and his crunch. That helps. I'll show you. This is the clean version of the forearm. No missile showing, and then as the other arm comes round, you can see he's proper got his missile section popped out. So that's just a matter of changing 4 pieces that attach to the arm that sort of come in the tray and look like that. You do wrap them round and they do click in really nice. and it gives it a more aggressive look, missiles out, ready to fire sort of thing. So as that comes round, I'll show you. You see his forearms out on the on that one, and in on that one. Also, as his left hand comes round, the sort of the upper hand padding, inside that there's like a, I think it's like a laser cannon that's inside his wrist section. That's in there. It does pop out a little bit more, but I couldn't quite get the poking implement in to poke it out and shove it to make it more noticeable, but it is in there. Just moving down, I will say as well, on his hips, the flare section, like I said, they do pop out. You just twist them slightly and they spring out, and they're like about 8 sharp items, and then it looks like a sort of a, I don't know, like a spike section. It does look like the flares that you would deploy if you were being like chased by an heat-seeking missile. So that's flare dispensers, they are. I've not popped them out because I've positioned his legs so it always traps them in, so that's why they're not out, and I don't want to bring them out because they do my fucking head in. Then as his legs come round, you can see I've got the calf section opened, and we'll see the inner workings inside his leg. I think all the Iron Man figures so far have had that, so yeah, it does look pretty nice. Again, it's an option. Probably wouldn't go all guns blazing like that. You would just do a subtle, I don't know, maybe pop the missiles out and have him so as if he's about to launch or whatever, or coming down to land with his brakes out or whatever. But like I say, I do like it when things do stuff like this because it is all different pose options. So right, I'll transfer him back into clean mode, and then we will go for the a lit up pose. I'll put all the lights out, including the camera. Right, brothers, we're in darkness. Let's keep quiet. We don't know who's listening in. As you can see, he's coming round. He's got his eyes lit. He's got his arc reactor lit, and his repulsor cannons on his hand. Let's respect him. Let's let him come round in peace, eh? Drink it in. Wowzers, that is bright. Watch your eyes, brothers. Maybe go and get some shades, because when that arc reactor comes round, he's gonna fuck his eyes up. Let's have a look. Yowzers. You can see his hands are lit up. His eyes are looking a little bit dim. Let's concentrate more on his head as he comes round. You can sort of see the light through the cracks. Ooh, one hand. There's the eyes. Oh, another hand. Jesus, I'm scared. I'm putting the lights on. Ooh, illumination. So yeah, sorry for acting a fuckwit. I just like to fucking keep myself interested while I'm filming these reviews. But yeah, gets like an orangey glow. I've noticed before, if I don't put the big lights on, the spotlights, you get like an orangey glow. So let's put big lights on as well. Let's treat you to some fucking quality. Right, and also I've not got the camera light on, so like now you'd have like an orangey haze. If I put the light on, it'd be like a white haze sort of thing. So yeah, that's him lit up. The arc reactor on his chest is really bright, the hands are pretty bright, and then the eyes in the head, they're not too bad, a little bit duller than the others. Does look good, but so I think most people pretty much take the batteries out to stop them corroding and fucking the figure up, but I thought I would show you. So just put him in a bit of a pose so he could get his hands up, and that pretty much covers all his armour. I don't know, I really like the 4. I like the fucking sort of the classic circular arc reactor. Although it's a very similar armour, when I stand them together, I just think the Mark IV always looks sleeker and I suppose sexier. This one looks more robust and fucking battle ready, I suppose. That's how I would describe the difference. But it is functional. I am, like I said, considering repainting the pants section, because like I've said, they're getting lighter by the minute. The more I pick it up and touch it, I'm sort of rubbing the top coat off that I put on. So like I say, it is a good fix or a cheap fix, but if you're gonna be messing with the figure and posing, it probably is better to repaint it and then top coat it. So for that reason, probably that reason alone, a figure that comes out at this price, it shouldn't fade down. And like I said, the ill-fitting faceplate, I can't understand that. But like I say, one faceplate fits one head really well and the other one fits the other. You try and change them and you notice gaps. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I do think they really put some work in on these Iron Man figures. They are all pretty alike for me, too much alike if I'm honest. But I know there's collectors out there who do love them. So I'm going to give the outfit a 4 out of 5. I possibly would have given it a 5 because I do think the articulation you can get, although it is a robotic piece, is a fucking stroke of genius. The articulation's in the right place, and it's yeah, it's good what Hot Toys do. But like I said, the little faults that this one's got, I'm gonna knock it down and only give it a 4 out of 5.